I also want to remind people that there are only a couple more days in the official fundraising period of my Schools Exposed program. I've been doing a lot of work on this behind the scenes, so I haven't been talking about this as much. And there's going to be a soft funding period in between when this campaign ends and when I actually launch the program in January. But in case you haven't heard, I do have a program that I am in the process of developing. I crowdfunded it on Indiegogo to be able to cover the cost of developing the program. It will launch in January of 2023. That is the schedule. And what it is it's going to be an online training program to help parents learn how to find out what the schools are teaching their kids through publicly available information. And my goal, and I am deadly serious about this goal, is I want to run 10,000 parents through this program over the next couple of years. I want to create an army of parents who understand the language of the woke left, understand what teachers are doing in schools, know what to be on the lookout for, and most importantly, know how to utilize publicly available information, both that's publicly available on the internet and also that they can get through FOIA requests, public records requests, things like that. I want to create an army of parents that is keeping a constant watchful eye on the public schools, because the very best thing we can do to destroy public education in this country is to empower parents with information. So if you want to support that project, you can head over to unwokearmy.com/parents, and that is going to redirect you right to the Indiegogo campaign. There are lots of amazing perks. Again, the perks are not going to go away after the initial fundraising period is over, because I've already hit my goal for this program. So the perks are going to stay. I'm going to do like a soft funding period in between when the campaign officially ends and when the program launches in January. But I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes on this. I've been getting the platform set up for this. I've been creating the list of content that I need to create for this, but you can find out more information by watching the video. It's about a 10-minute video, and I'm explaining what I want to do and why I think it's important. And I really do appreciate, I haven't talked a lot about this lately just because I have been doing so much kind of quiet work on it, but I just really want to say, I really do appreciate everyone who has donated to this program so far. You guys are really helping me out. And more importantly, you're helping out parents and families who want to know how to do this stuff, but maybe haven't been able to find a way that is easy for them to learn how to do it, because this is an incredibly complicated topic. I'm acknowledging that it's an incredibly complicated topic, and I'm going to break it down and make it as easy to understand for families as I possibly can. So this is still happening. I just haven't been talking about it a lot lately. And so I really do appreciate your support there. My name is Carlin Burisenko. I'm an industrial organizational psychologist, an experienced coach and online trainer, an accidental activist, and I want to train 10,000 parents how to investigate what the public schools are teaching their children based purely on publicly available information. Let me introduce you to the Schools Exposed project. Now more than ever, parents are concerned about what their kids are learning in public schools. The Schools Exposed project started as a way for parents to get access to that information. It is a crowdsourced journalism project that takes all of the information that schools are posting online, be it through their websites, through their social media, what have you, and aggregates it together to show parents in those school districts exactly what is going on. There's nothing nefarious about it. It's just showing what our taxpayer dollars are paying for in the public schools. In order to get access to this information, we had parents come to this website and just complete a short, quick survey to add their school to a list of schools that we, as a volunteer community of people, would look into. We asked for things like the school's website URL, the diversity office's URL, any YouTube pages, social media, any other information parents thought would be helpful. Well, within a couple of days of launching this project, we had a list of over 100 schools all throughout the country that parents had asked us to look into. And while we are more than happy to do it, as I was looking at this information, I couldn't help but think, what if we trained parents to look through this information themselves? What if we gave them direct access so that they didn't have to come through a group like us and possibly wait a really long time as we wade through these hundreds and hundreds of websites? It's perfectly fine, well and good to have a community of volunteers do this information for you, but the real power comes in projects like this when we empower people to do things and investigate things on their own. And that's where I had the idea to build an online training program that would help parents to do just that. As an industrial organizational psychologist and experienced online trainer and facilitator, I have been building out programs just like this in the workplace for almost a decade. I've built programs about managing people, effective interpersonal communications, even about how you can integrate mindfulness strategies into your work experience to reduce your stress and enjoy it a whole lot more. Well, there is no reason that we cannot take the same principles and the same tools that work in corporate America and apply it to helping parents figure out what is going on in the public schools. What you're looking at right now is an initial mock-up of what the Schools Exposed online training program will look like. Parents will get access to a private online course room filled with on-demand video of the different things that they're going to need to learn in order to use school websites and publicly available information in order to assess what the schools are doing. I will teach them the language that schools use because it's very, very different from language they may use in their normal lives. I'll teach them what's available on school websites and how to find it. I will teach them how to look into social media, both for the institution and for the people teaching their kids. I'll teach them how to look at budgets, community partners, what professional development training teachers are doing that makes its way into the classroom, and many more things. Now, this is an initial mock-up of what the course could look like, which is why everything says draft, but let me show you a different course that I recently launched about workplace training and communication styles. This is actually a live course right now, so you can see that when we go into each of these areas, there's already video for parents to watch and just access it on demand. Let's take a quick listen. Let's talk about DISC. Now, I am an absolute DISC nerd. I love DISC. I have applied DISC in basically every part of my life. Actually, many of you listening to this have probably taken a DISC profile or a DISC quiz either at your workplace or on the internet. Sometimes the DISC psychological model is used for workplace assessments and quizzes, even if they don't call it that, but it definitely relates back to the 4 core DISC types. And so this is an example of the type of training I offer. Simple on-demand videos that are fun, that are engaging, that look nice in a really easy to follow online course room that anyone can understand and anyone can access. I will build out the same type of thing for this program and run 10,000 parents through it to make sure everyone gets the information that they need. In addition to the private online training platform with all those on-demand videos that parents can watch in their own time, I will also be making available monthly live training sessions where we can actually walk through practical exercises on a live website, do Q&As, troubleshoot, what have you, to make sure that parents are really accurately applying the information in the course in the real world. And the course is going to be a living, breathing thing that will continuously be updated with new modules and new information based on how things change around us. All participants in the program will get lifetime access to the course. As long as the course itself exists, participants will always have access to it, and they will get all of those future updates and also be able to give input into the modules that we're going to be adding next and what they would find most useful. In addition, because I have the goal of running 10,000 parents through this course, that is about 200 parents per state, assuming there's a relatively equal distribution of geography, which probably won't be the case, but we'll do our best. And what I want to do is create local parents groups within the community so that parents in the same state can connect with each other, they can help each other, they can form relationships, they can work together. That's all going to be a part of the Schools Exposed community. finally, it may become necessary that we might do FOIA requests or public records requests as a part of this program, and there is actually going to be a module on how parents can request information from the schools. Sometimes those requests cost money, and I am dedicated to dedicating a portion of the proceeds of this program specifically to funding FOIA requests when it becomes necessary. I anticipate that it will take several months of focused effort in order to develop the content for this program, and I would love to launch it in early January 2023, just in time for that spring term, to make sure going into the back half of the year, parents have all the information that they need in order to make the best decisions for their kids. In order to meet that launch date, I am asking for a pledge goal of $10,000. Now that's $1 per parent that I am completely committed to running through this program. That money will cover the time required to develop the content for the program. It will also be a resource for any things that need to be purchased or acquired to make sure that the program is as amazing and easy for possible as parents to take advantage of. In order to entice you, I have access to several different perks for supporters, including, of course, early bird access to the program. You could be one of the very first people to run through the Schools Exposed program and to help applying the information, also giving feedback for the development of the course. You can get signed copies of my book, Actively Unwoke. You can get private one-on-one training with me. I will even investigate your school for you if you don't have the time to do it yourself. I understand so many of you are so busy, and so you can get to the top of the queue to have me personally look into your school district and get a customized report of things you need to know and action items. And for a fun little perk at the top, because I'm a knitter, I will very literally knit you a customized hand-knit shawl of beautiful yarns that we will work on and pick out together. Now, this is going to take a little bit longer to deliver because knitting takes a long time, but I will make you a beautiful creation as a thank you for supporting my work. In developing this project, I've thought a lot about a young man named Scott Pressler. He is an activist who has spent the last several years traveling all over the country registering people to vote. By himself, he has probably registered hundreds of thousands of people to vote. Now, you personally may agree with Scott Pressler's politics, and you may disagree with Scott Pressler's politics, and either way, it's fine. I'm not making a political statement in discussing the impact that he has had, but it is about getting results and getting people activated and getting people involved. What if Scott Pressler trained 50 people just like him, one in every single state, and they were running around and all they were doing was registering people to vote all day, every day? That by itself is a game changer. Let's say Scott Pressler has registered 100,000 people to vote. If he had 50 people just like him, that'd be 5 million people. That is an unstoppable force. Now, no matter your politics, I don't care. I actually look at both sides, and I think both sides are kind of equally insane. My motivation with this project is not political. My motivation with this project is to train 10,000 parents, 200 in every single state, to look at their schools' websites and to know what's going on so they can share that information with other people. And if you find out information about your school and you think that what they're doing is just great and amazing and is exactly the type of education you want your kids to get, then good. That's the way it should be. This is not a gotcha game of trying to catch schools in the act. This is about making people aware of what is going on. But I think in a lot of cases, parents might be really surprised at what they find, and then they're going to have to make some decisions about what they do with that information. My goal is only to make sure that they have the information available to them that they need in order to make the best decision for their kids and for their families. And that is what the Schools Exposed project is all about. I want to thank you in advance for your support, and I'm really looking forward to launching this program in January of 2023.